few years ago, Neil Hannon came into the shop. He was playing an artist day somewhere in town, and he came into the shop looking for somewhere to practice. Thought that was really cool. And that was a CW Stone King, and I believed that they are actually an influence on a great Cork band called One Horse Pony, and they're in studio with us today. Welcome into the studio, guys.
Hi Sheena, how are you?
Great to see you. The studio is absolutely packed. So how are you doing anyway? Today's an exciting day for you because tonight is your debut album launch, really.
Yeah, that's right, and we're celebrating it the only way we know how to celebrate, which is hang out in a tiny room wearing headphones.
Squashed in.
But yeah, today's the big day. We're launching the new album in the Crane Lane tonight.
What's the album called?
It's called Blue When I Go.
Excellent.
And we started recording it in West Cork about a year ago now, and it's taken a long time, and the band has changed lineups kind of several times. We've just kept growing as a band. So yeah, we're very, very excited about it. Something we're very, very proud of.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm glad that we get a sneak preview of what to expect tonight. I think it's fantastic. But I'm going to play a few of your tracks in a little while. But can you tell me a little bit about how the band got together? There's a mix of you. There's Rob, John, Kevin, Alex and Nolwenn. Did I get that right, Nolwenn? Yeah?
That's right.
Finally. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you got together.
Well, started back, I suppose, 2011. I was playing in the Franciscan Well. There's been a long-running session every Monday in the Franciscan Well for many years, and at some point the hat fell to me, and I was looking for a co-host to share the frontman responsibilities.
Excellent, yeah.
And I was introduced to Rob, who came along, and that was pretty much the start of everything. Rob and I started playing music together, and the band grew from that, and it grew from the nature of the nature of sessions in Ireland.
Yeah.
Because they're just organic and they're acoustic, and if you're a good musician, you're welcome to join in, and so that's how we collected this motley crew around us.
And you have like the cello and the baron and low whistle as well, is it? Yeah. In the acoustics, in the blue set as well.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant. I love that. It's
and
different.
Harmonica as well.
And harmonica, sorry, yeah. I love the harmonica myself, absolutely. But so tell me a little bit about your songwriting process, and how did you get to, like, what's inspiring you as such? Do you lay down the music first and then the lyrics come to you?
I don't know.
It's just
Such a hard question.
The album is made up of it's all our original material except for one Robert Johnson song, and I think it's pretty much split 50-50. Half the songs are mine and half the songs are John's.
Yeah.
And in general, I suppose we kind of songwriting is something we both dabble in, and it just grabs you sometimes. I remember when I first got to know John, he's living in West Cork, and when I felt a song coming on, I was living in the city at the time, and when I felt a song coming on, like an expectant father, I'd give John a ring and say, "Hey John, I feel a song coming on. Can I come down to your house and write it?" Because I always found it very, very easy to write down there. I knew that from when I first started going down there. So I'd come down with a bottle of wine, we'd have a lovely dinner, we'd listen to music and chat to whoever was in the house, and then I'd disappear for 10 minutes into an empty room and come out, with a song. And it's been like that. But the album is kind of compiled of, we had maybe 20 songs between us that we felt very comfortable playing, and in the end we kind of picked the ones that we thought were the best and that flowed the best and kind of summed up what we were all about.
very good. So your songwriting is a sociable occasion as well in itself, because
totally.
the feeling I get from you is fun. I genuinely do. Like, you seem to be always laughing or happy. Or I saw that clip on YouTube of you singing "No More Water."
That's right.
Is that Care to Dance? Was it in what's that place called?
It was in Camden Palace.
Camden Palace, yeah.
That is indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you really get everybody going. In fairness to you, you're brilliant. I also saw you in the Franciscan Well, I think.
We're there every Monday, so if you like what you hear, you can find us there at 9:30 every Monday night.
Yeah,
that's how they kick us out.
Linda Cullen is always talking about you as well.
Oh, Linda's fantastic.
Yeah, she's a great girl, in fairness. So will you play, can I play, first of all, I play your tracks for you, the first one. Do you want to introduce two songs there?
Yeah,
Rob,
sure.
Please.
So I think the songs we're taking a look at the moment are one of mine, Blue When I Go, and then one of John's, which is Dead Man's Blues.
Excellent.
So Blue When I Go I wrote that about a breakup that hadn't happened yet, and it happened very soon after I wrote the song for whatever reason. And following on very, very well from that is Dead Man's Blues, which is one of John's songs, and that's a song about a hangover.
Yeah. Did you see the clip on Facebook, or no, the article on Facebook about Python who ate the drunk man in India?
No.
Not
Did
yet.
you see that? Yeah, because when I'm listening to that, I've been listening to your songs all through the week, and I was just thinking about lying down on the ground drunk and a snake eating you. Like,
God, that got very dark.
sorry, totally nothing to do with what
That
you're
was
doing.
that was the original subtitle of
Yeah,
the album.
that's actually what we want for our listeners, to be honest, yeah.
2 seconds there now.
Face down in the earth, I got those dead men blues.
Brilliant stuff. Excellent. I love it. I do. I have been playing them over and over. Genuinely, Rob sent me a few of the tracks, 4 tracks, and I've been playing them over and over, and I really like them, I must say.
Thanks, you know.
What did you say the album's called again?
Blue When I Go.
Excellent. Did you bring one with you?
We did indeed.
I buy it off you there before you can go away. I have
Your
to buy
listeners
it.
can take a look at it.
Very important. So I saw the video you put together for Blue When I... Very good. Blue When I Go. That video went up last night, was it? Or the day before?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. It's classy, I must say. And I love... You all look brilliant in it. You're very smart looking in it, in fairness to you. And I love the braces and so on. And the kind of... You just look class. And I must say it's a very good video. So are you going to put a video to all your songs, or...
We'll see. That was certainly one that we wanted to do a video for, and there's another couple that we're going to do. Certainly going to do videos for.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, they're very good.
But I mean, you know, kind of looking good and polished on a screen doesn't really become us. I mean, we're pretty rugged, ugly, stick-looking guys, you know. So it took a lot of work to make us look that presentable.
Good, yeah.
I'm not sure the director wants to do that again.
Yeah.
It's taken him 4 months, you know. Just
to get
that's
that look.
not true. That's not true at all.
I thought you looked class anyway.
Well, thanks very much.
Tell me about some of your performances. I presume tonight will be one of your favourite performances. I'm sure it will be. But have you had any bizarre occasions, like or incidences on stage, or anything happened, or voice suddenly went, or something? No, you've had everything has worked out very well for you.
Can we? Please. Oh, come on. Can I tell the story?
Yes.
Okay, so it was.
Of course you can.
We just finished playing our first gig in the Crane Lane. The Crane, of course, is a fantastic venue in Cork City, and it's somewhere we wanted to play for quite a while, and we finally got there, and we had a fantastic time, and the crowd loved it, and we gave a good account of ourselves, and everyone had a great night, and we were outside in the smoking area after everyone had gone home. And you know, we were having a kind of congratulatory cigarette and mutual back patting type thing. Just kind of congratulations, celebrating. You know, we had a great gig, and we always feel great after a great gig. And this girl came up to us, and she was 4 sheets to the wind. She was all over the place, and she came up to us and she said, "Oh, guys, you're sick." And we thought originally that it was kind of an early 90s, guys, that was a sick gig. We didn't know what to make of it, really.
She was spouting all sorts of
but she
gibberish.
talked gibberish to us for about 3 or 4 minutes, and we were just kind of agreeing with the bits we understood and disagreeing sometimes, like, oh yeah, totally, your boyfriend is a piece of work, eh? You should probably call your friends, you're absolutely right. And she was saying, and I won't say it on the radio, but she would say, "Oh, you know, I was peeing myself. You know, I was just," and they're, okay, something was funny. Okay, we understand that bit. And then she stopped and said, "Oh, I'm peeing myself." And then she did. She really right in front of us.
Serious.
And and the weird thing was her expression. There was no shock or mortification there. You know, she was just kind of, you know, getting it out of the way. It's like stubbing out a cigarette or checking your watch. You know, just getting it out of the way, and then the chat can continue. You know,
Matter of fact.
So she's a major fan, is basically what you're saying.
Well, I think so. Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
God.
I think, yeah.
We ran.
Yeah.
We
At
all
first,
ran away.
we considered peeing ourselves in sympathy with her, you know, just so she wouldn't feel so awkward. But in the end, we just ran away.
She was fine.
You're
she was
fairly,
okay.
I'd imagine you adapt fairly easily, do you? In crowds and different venues where, you know, you may have a big, huge crowd and a noisy crowd, or almost nobody turning up on a cold winter's night or something. Are you good at adapting to those kind of situations?
No.
I'm not assuming anything, should I?
Yeah, people aren't into it. We'll just pee ourselves in disgust.
I mean, yes, of course. I mean, a big stage is always great fun when you've got a big audience, especially if there's dancers in the audience. We've had that privilege quite a few times now, and it's really, really fun to please a large crowd, and especially when they're into the music and they get behind it. But equally, it's great fun to have an intimate acoustic gig where you can get to play the slow songs and things like that, and show off the more subtle kind of licks that don't make it into the big loud weekend gigs.
I suppose, yeah.
So yeah, we love them. We love both extremes and everything in between. Just give us an excuse to play, and we're happy.
And now that we're talking of extremes, since we squeezed you all in there, will you play a song for us?
We will, of course.
Please, thanks.
Yeah, totally.
Rob, yeah.
What? So we're gonna do a song of ours called "Far and Wide." You all more or less ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Comes up every chance I can. My your name is no far wide. Far wide. They're gonna come your way someday. That's it. Well, here we come. Stand no chance to put me down. There ain't no chance of play. Well, you ain't every goddamn straight you need, honey, you take it in. Well, I'll pay. So let's see how you get on with me. Tell how I'm sitting on your tray. I said, let's see how you get on with me. Tell how I'm sitting on your tray. Get on with these hellhounds, I'm sitting on your trail.
loved it. It's fantastic. In fairness, I can't wait.
Every
Like
penny of the admission I had to pay to get in.
Peter Cooling is squashed into the corner there. Actually, every corner of the room was working, and you just managed with the bow, I'd say, Alex. There, did you? Brilliant stuff, though. In fairness, and now that you have a new album coming out, your debut album, would you be very good with social media in that?
We're getting better.
Facebook, Twitter, Bandcamp, all that kind of thing.
Facebook is our main
tool,
device, and that's where we engage with fans who actually want to make contact with us.
And also on Facebook.
Yeah, we pump it at all the gigs.
Well, it's great for us because we've recently become heavily involved in the European blues dancing circuit. A couple of months ago, we were over in Berlin for the Berlin Blues Explosion, which was 2013's biggest blues dance event in the world.
Yep.
And we headlined that, and that was a lot of fun. But it means that there's a lot of people around the place who like our music, and a lot of them are in Germany and France and England, and a few in America as well. So it's a great way from that point of view of staying in touch with everyone.
Absolutely,
and making sure everyone knows that we're doing okay, and making sure they're doing okay, and bluesy things.
We have a lot of contact with the guys on Facebook. Actually, there's a lot of interaction. It's great.
It's a handy thing, all right. In fairness, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, your fan base is spreading quite easily. Well, and especially then that you have somebody from Brittany and America and so on. There's even more contacts further afield. So, but if like tonight now, for instance, at the gig, who would you hope to have in the audience as to review you, or have you contacted people? Like Rob, did you contact anybody to come in and check you out to make sure that it gets out there?
We contacted plenty of people, and of course extended the invitation to all of them to come along to the gig.
Yeah.
Cork Independent were very good to us. They printed a small article on us yesterday, and that was very complimentary. So hopefully we'll see someone from the Cork Independent there tonight. The Cork News, I know they've done a lead article on us. So we haven't seen it yet because it's out today.
I think it's out today.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. But yeah, they were very nice to us, and hopefully someone from there will come along. But it's always a lottery with the press and events like this. You can invite and invite, and it depends on the individual journalist,
how the night
their
falls,
personal schedule, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
But I suppose the idea is to make sure that whoever does turn up, make sure everyone has a good time, and that's everyone. And for the people who don't show up, we'll make sure they know they missed a great night.
Exactly.
You'll do that anyway, there's no doubt about it. We'll play the next two tracks, Hen Gone Now and No Longer Around. So is who is responsible for Hen Gone?
I wrote Hen Gone.
Yeah, I can't get that out of my head. I have it in my head all week. It's brilliant.
A true story, of course.
Yeah.
I did indeed kill my neighbour's hen. It wasn't out of hunger. He invited me to learn how to kill a chicken.
Yeah.
I live in the countryside. I had never done it. I needed to get to grips with it before the apocalypse. So I went up and I did the business.
Brilliant.
And wrote the song that same night.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And No Longer Around. Is it you, Rob, singing in that one?
That's one of mine, yeah.
Excellent. They're brilliant, in fairness.
Thanks very much. I think it was about the same breakup I wrote
Yeah.
when I go about.
I think so.
I think I probably wrote that before the breakup as well. I like planning.
Sorry to do this, Rob, but I'm fading that out because I want to get you playing as well, just before we go, and I see that we're running out of time, and it's brilliant. And first of all, thanks a million to come into the show. It's fantastic, and
it's been great.
I'm delighted, and you're a brilliant band, and I'm really excited about how you get on with this album now. And you'll have a brilliant night tonight. You will be up till all hours of the morning, I can imagine, partying all night.
But the party starts at 8, just in case we haven't said that.
Yeah,
so the doors at 8 tonight in the Crane Lane, and
Excellent.
it's free, of course. It's free admission.
Before you do play a tune for me, can you tell me what's the worst thing about being a musician, and then what's the best thing about being a musician?
Having to hang out with other musicians.
That's both the worst and the best.
Excellent. So will you play another tune for us, and we'll just play just before we finish up?
We will, of course.
Cool. Thanks a million. Thanks very much.
Just to finish it, the best part of being a musician is getting to hang out with lots of musicians as well. That's kind of a bit of a dichotomy there.
Having to and getting to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, Alex.
Okay, should we do Walked Into a Bar?
Yeah.
Yeah. that's alright. 'Cause I got this feeling like everything's gonna work out fine. Well, the barman walked up and said, now, what would you like? Nice cool beer in a long tall glass, go down just about right. I got this feeling, oh, it's just like everything, it's gonna work out fine. Hey John, what would you like? Nice cool beer in a long tall glass, go down just about right. I got this feeling like everything's gonna work out fine. Said no man. Now I got this feeling, and it's just like everything's gonna work out fine. Well, I walked into a bar about 9:15 last night. Postman sitting drinking, just a few gone out to fight, but hey, that's alright. 'Cause I got this feeling like everything's gonna work out fine.
That's brilliant. Excellent, guys. That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Do you know what I
Sheena.
was just thinking? How are we going to go home after this? Like, you know, you feel you can't just go home. You want to go off and party or something. You're great fun, in fairness.
Well, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Where's the album going to? Where can we buy the album? I'll
No.
get one off you there now in a minute. But where can people buy it? 'Cause it's
Well,
very
you can
important.
always get it from us at gigs, of course,
Yeah.
as any good band should. And apart from that, it's available on iTunes.
That's right.
So if you're on iTunes, just search for One Horse Pony, and we're the only One Horse Pony on iTunes.
Definitely.
moment.
Actually, how did that name come about again?
Go on, John.
I failed one night to say either One Trick Town.
One.
That's going to be the title of the next album, you know.
Yeah, one trick town.
Very good.
But yeah, John mixed up One Trick
Pony.
Town.
One trick pony in One Horse Town.
Yeah. And
It's
One
not.
Horse
It's,
Pony
it's
came
easy
out.
to do.
Of course. Thanks a million, lads. You're brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to it and have a fantastic night tonight. I have to play one Christmas song because we're nearly finishing now. So this is by Roaring Forties, since Christmas has arrived. Thanks a million, guys. Cheers.